talking about circumstances and how circumstances only affect you and will only affect your manifestation if you allow them to. So if you decide that they are the reason that you cannot manifest, they are the reason that you cannot create what you want to create. It's all about the dwelling in them and the sort of thinking about them and being rational and going, I want to manifest this, but this is going on and that's going on. So on one hand, you're trying to manifest, but on the other hand, you're telling yourself why you can't manifest. And this is the reason, because of this circumstance. So either what's going on at the moment or a past circumstance. You have to start seeing what's going on now as temporary. And if something has happened in the past that you are considering is impacting what's going on now, that was temporary, that has now gone and passed. So the only reason that things continue to be a problem for you is if you continue to dwell in them and to think about them and to think from the point of view of the person that is allowing these circumstances to impact what you can achieve in life. Because a circumstance is nothing really. It's not about the circumstance, it's about how you feel about the circumstance. So let's say you split into two and one of you goes, do you know what, that's what's going on at the moment, there's nothing I can do about it, it's temporary, it'll pass. And don't give it any particular focus or any particular importance. Don't give it a 10 out of 10 on the importance scale. And then the you that goes, yeah, but I really want this, but I can see why it's not happening because this, and this. Because what you do with that is you give a clear instruction to your subconscious mind that it can't work out because of this. Because your subconscious mind takes everything literally and it'll understand it as an instruction, and it will then create that 3D reality for you, continue to create it for you, because it appears that that's what you're asking for. If you just accept that it's either something that's happened and it's in the past, it doesn't mean anything anymore because it doesn't. All it is a memory for you. So that circumstance from the past is just in your head. It's a memory that you have that you are making into a thing, but it's just something sitting in your head. If it's something that's going on at the moment, you just have to accept that it is what it is at the moment. There's nothing you can do about it in this moment, but what you can do is accept that it's temporary and stop giving it any attention. Put it down, importance level down to a 1 out of 10. If you can't give it a 0, give it a 1. It isn't important. It's only as important as you make it. And if you give your subconscious a clear instruction to make it important in you not getting what it is that you want, then that's what will happen. If you're trying really hard in life for something, you're striving for something, let's say you're in business and you're striving to get a certain amount of sales or to get this success or that success, and you're taking all of the action that seems relevant, seems like you should be taking, other people take that action, it works for them, why aren't you creating the business that you want to create? It doesn't matter what you do. If you're in a state of lack, you're in a state of where is this and waiting for it, it won't happen. It doesn't matter how hard you try. And I know that for a fact because I tried for a whole year with my retail business to be successful, and it just wasn't for a whole year until I took my eye off the ball and thought, well, stuff it then. I'm going to have to think of another way to market it because this isn't working. So I completely released on what I was doing, didn't expect anything to happen from it because thought that's done now. All of a sudden, like the following week, everything started to fall into place. I started to get sales and those sales just rolled in. And for 12 years, that was a very successful business. It brought me in a really decent income. I never questioned it when the sales started to come in. I had this way of, if say I had a quiet week, which wouldn't have been quiet on some people's standards, but for me it was, I would then feel the sales coming in. I didn't even know what I was doing back then. So I could kind of feel sales tumbling in. It's just a feeling that I've got. And then the following week, I'd be really, really busy. And then that would carry on and on and on. Then maybe I might get a quiet week again and I would do it again. And I used to think to myself, you're weird. What the hell are you doing? That was so weird. But I thought, it's really weird how it happens every time. It's really weird. But I still didn't realize what I was doing. Now I can see that I was kicking in the energy of lots of sales. So I was getting lots of sales. It was awesome. It was an instruction to my subconscious mind, although I had no idea what I was doing back then. But it doesn't matter how hard you try. If you're trying with this notion, I deserve it, why shouldn't I try and then expect a result and all of that stuff? It won't happen. It's the backwards law. The more you push at something, the more it pulls away. You have to adopt a different attitude. You have to go, well, I'm doing all that I can do. Okay, I can't do anything else. Subconscious, please could you show me another way? I'm a bit stuck. Can you show me why I'm stuck? Can you help me get unstuck? You need to start trying to find a solution, or asking your subconscious for a solution, not dwelling in the problem. Because the more you think about it and you feel like you're deserving and it frustrates you that it's not happening for you, you're dwelling in the problem. You're dwelling in the circumstance. So, you know, you need to pull away from that and go, what can I do to help myself? Not what can I do to keep myself where I am? Because the more you feel hard done by, the more you will be stuck. It just seems to be a fact. And if someone comes and tells me different, then happy days. I'm completely open to not being right all of the time. But for me, this is how it's been. So that's why I'm passing it on. So I hope this was useful. Whatever you are dwelling in is what's going to show up to you more. And just imagine when you rationalize your life and rationalize why you're not manifesting because of this circumstance, that is you telling your subconscious, don't allow me to manifest because of this. And it will do that because it thinks that's what you're asking for. So really think about, become aware of what your feelings are doing, become aware of what you're doing on a daily basis, and then adapt it. If I'm doing this and it isn't working, I need to do something different. You can't get different if you keep doing the same old. Okay, I hope this is useful. If you don't know anything about me, I'm an author, manifesting coach, and mindset coach.